In this video, I'll provide a walkthrough of Death Poker's build in the Elden Ring. This specialized build will maximize the weapon's unique strengths. Don't forget to subscribe for more captivating Elden Ring content. Alright, let's dive in. We are starting from the Limgrave region. Activate this site of grace at the beginning of the region. Here's a tip for beginners. You should activate any sites of grace you come across, as they help you with fast travel between locations. Move ahead and explore the lands ahead to acquire some materials. As you can see, I found Golden Rune in front of the Church of Ella. Enter the church, activate the grace, then move to the Kale Merchant to interact with him. You can sell your collected items to a merchant in exchange for runes. As you can see, I am selling the Golden Rune. Now I'll buy the crafting kit from this merchant. This crafting kit will help you create various items using materials. Along with that, you'll also come across a smithing table next to which there's a smithing stone. Make sure to collect it. You can use the smithing table to increase the strength of your armaments. Now, we'll move toward the north from the Church of Ella's site of grace. Another tip is that you can check your current location from the map menu and examine the surrounding area to easily navigate the discovered sites of grace. Now, activate the gatefront site of grace. At this grace, resting will introduce you to Melina, an NPC who, upon talking to her, will give you the spectral steed whistle. This whistle will be used to summon the torrent horse. In the main menu, you'll find the option for your porch where you can store 6 items, and you can directly use 4 of them without opening the main menu. It's recommended to keep the whistle among these 4 items. Then, heading straight towards the gatefront ruins, you'll find a pillar on the left side where you'll get a map. Make sure to pick it up. This map will unlock a new area where you can gather more resources. A little further ahead on the right side, enter into ruins and go downstairs to reach a hidden room. In the chest, collect the Ash of War, Storm Stomp, and the Whetstone Knife. After that, return towards the Storm Gate, then move along the concrete track to the west direction. You can gather some resources passing through the track to the Stormhill area. Collect the golden seed passing by the Stormhill area. Activate the site of grace, then take the path towards the east to reach the War Master's shack. Upon arriving here, activate the site of grace, and then proceed further in the northeast direction to reach the death-touched catacombs. In these catacombs, you will find the Uchigatana katana. Now that we are in the catacombs, we will activate the site of grace and then proceed further. Follow me to the location where the Uchigatana is lying. Now, pick up the Uchigatana from this corpse. Afterward, you can use the Memory of Grace if you wish to quickly return to the last viewed site of grace. Now, fast travel to the gatefront site of grace. From here, we will proceed to the next location to obtain the Somber Smithing Stone. Follow me closely to get there. Somber Smithing Stone is a crucial upgrade material in the Elden Ring. It distinguishes itself as a variant of the standard colored smithing stone, serving as the foundational element for enhancing specialized gear. Now, pick up the somber smithing stone from the corpse at this location. Next, we need to get the gold pickled fowlfoot. This consumable item is quite useful for recovering HP, so follow me to find it. Pick up the gold pickled fowlfoot from the cliff's edge. Now, we'll proceed ahead to find the Flask of Wondrous Physic, a consumable item. From here, jump down to the Spirit Spring to land safely. Follow my path to reach the pillar to get a new piece of map, Limgrave East. Remember that wherever you see a pillar icon on the map, you can collect a new piece of the map from there. Collect the map of the Limgrave East from this pillar and continue onwards in the north direction to reach the third church of Marika. Here you will find a Crimson Crystal Tear, Flask of Wondrous Physic, and Sacred Tear. Now, I'll activate the Site of Grace at this church. Exit the third church of Marika and head northeast. At the end of the canal, you will find a hidden portal in the bushes. Hop through this portal to move to a new place, which will be our road to Fort Faroth. Now, we have spawned in the Greyall's Dragonbrower region. Here, activate the Site of Grace at the Bestial Sanctum and move forward. Explore this area to gather resources. As you can see, we collected a golden seed. Now we have reached the Farum Great Bridge. By crossing the bridge, we will reach the minor Erd tree, where we can find a faded Erd leaf flower. Use the Spirit Spring to jump to reach the mountaintops. Then head in the south direction to reach Fort Faroth's Site of Grace. Activate the Site of Grace, then head inside the Fort Faroth and go to the top of the fort, where you will find a chest containing the Dectus Medallion Rite. Now, open the treasure chest to retrieve the medallion. To collect Radagon's Source Seal, which is a talisman that will be useful for boosting stats. Follow my route closely to get it. Pick up the Radagon's Source Seal talisman from the corpse at this location. You can use all your collected runes to move to the last visited Site of Grace. Now move on towards the west direction along the broken wall to reach the Caelid region. Now double jump to cross the gap to the other side cliff. Move towards the south direction to the lower area. From here, drop down and make your way to the Swamp of Liurnia using the extended slabs. Head towards the east and don't get off from your horse. Now turn left to the north and move along the pathway to get to the location of the somber smithing stone. Pick up the somber smithing stone from this location, then turn back around and head towards the Street of Sages ruins following my directions. Once here in the ruins, go downstairs to the hidden room. Open the chest to retrieve the rock sling, then head back out. Now, pick a meteorite staff from a corpse in this broken room of the ruins. Head south and stay close to the shore. Activate the Liurnia Swamp Shore Site of Grace. From here, follow me in the southeast direction to pick up the Kaled map, which will be found on a pillar. Now, take the map from here, move along the road, then turn left to get the Grace. Sit at the Grace and wait for the nightfall. As soon as night falls, the Deathbird boss will appear. When approaching the boss, tease it from a specific distance to engage it. When it launches its initial attack at you, run sideways and quickly move to this spot. Then, as it rushes you, move behind the tree and go slightly downwards the mountain to hide here. It is suggested to use the sit-down emote at this spot. If you have done everything right, the Deathbird boss will fall into the ravine. However, remember that there is still some RNG involved in this process, so if you die here, simply wait for nightfall at the Grace site and try again. You'll be rewarded with the Death's Poker and a good amount of runes. You can see the collected Death Poker in the equipment area. Now, fast travel to Stormhill Shack's Grace. Sit at this Grace and increase your level by spending the runes. Then, head north to pass through the Stormvale area. Collect the Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 7 from the corpse on the edge of this broken bridge. Now, let's head towards the lake-facing cliff site in Liurnia of the Lakes. Follow me to get there. You can also gather some materials along this path. Once reached here, activate the Site of Grace, then move onwards to get a new map of the Liurnia region. On your way ahead, you can pick up the Sacred Tear from the Church of Irith. Afterward, follow my lead to reach the Liurnia East map location. We need to follow the path in the northwest direction to reach there. Activate the Grace site and proceed. Now, pick up the map from this pillar. Continue moving in the northwest direction to the Leskar Ruins Site of Grace. A few steps ahead from the Grace, you can pick up the Glenstone Craftsman's Cookbook. Now, passing through the Leiskjar ruins in the northwest direction, we will reach the next spot where we will obtain the Dexterity Knot Crystal Tier. Now, we will move toward the pillar icon, as you can see on the map, to obtain the Liurnia North map. Move along the northeast direction following my path to reach the Academy Gate Town's Site of Grace. Then, pick up the map, Liurnia North, from this pillar. After that, move to the next marked location shown on the map. Proceed further in the northwest direction for a long way to reach the Site of Grace. Activate the Site of Grace and move in the northeast direction to reach the next spot where we will obtain the Liurnia West map. Now, pick up the Liurnia West map from the pillar, then head into the King's Realm ruins. Strike through the fake wall, and then activate the Site of Grace. Turn back and follow my lead to get to the Intelligence Knot Crystal Tier. Now, pick up the tier from this spot, and be careful of the hands trap. Take a Memory of Grace, and move to the last visited Site of Grace. Next, fast travel to the Fort Faroth Site of Grace. Now, from this Site of Grace, you will find a sleeping dragon right in front of the fort. Equip the Uchigatana Katana and Gold Pickle Foulfoot from the equipment menu. Then go towards the backside of the dragon and spam light attacks with katana. It may take some time to kill it, but you'll be able to defeat it with katana. Consume the gold pickled fowlfoot as soon as the dragon dies, and you'll get a good amount of runes with a dragon heart. Now, travel to the road to the manor's site of grace to meet Iji. Interact with smithing master Iji to strengthen your armaments. Finally, purchase the smithing stones 2, 3, and 4, then choose the strengthen armaments option. Go to the melee armaments tab to select the Death's Poker. Then upgrade this weapon to at least level 5 by spending the somber smithing stones. After that, sit at the road to the manor's site of grace and upgrade your level to 35. Equip the upgraded Death's Poker. Now upgrade your flask as well. Now equip the Rock Sling spell, then choose the Mix Wondrous Physic to equip the Dexterity and Intelligence Knot Crystal Tiers. Then equip the Meteorite Staff on the left hand and you're ready to roll. After that, travel to the War Master's shack to get the final item Ash of War Golden Vow. Head towards the north from this side of grace. On your way, encounter and farm a knight patrolling on the horse. Pick up the Golden Vow once he dies. Now make your way to Margit, the Fell Omen boss, to test all your build. For that, move to the Stormhill Shack's site of grace. Sit at the site and allocate your flask charges, then follow my lead closely to reach the Castleward Tunnel. Activate the Grace and move upwards to the ramp to face the Margit, the Fell Omen. You should have equipped Golden Vow from the S-Stock in the Ashes of War option before fighting the boss. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this in-depth guide to Death's Poker early game build has shed light on the significance of upgraded weapons.